Hey everyone, it's the Bizarro Zone with yours truly, Bizarro. Now, normally I would be doing Yu-Gi-Oh videos, but today I'm doing something different. As you know, I'm a regular person outside of YouTube and I got things I have to take care of, so I have to do a school project on here, and I'll be talking about copyright. That's my assignment for this, and I decided to take a little bit of a turn on it and just change things up. Uh, for instance, whenever you think of copyright, you think of something that someone owns. For instance, in a physical sense, Monopoly. Monopoly was originally owned by Parker Bros. And then was bought out by Hasbro Gaming. Hasbro, it's its own company, and as you can see very closely, hold up, there's an R there. Like, there's different symbols for different stuff. There's also different history and such like that to help identify that this was bought out and owned by a particular company. For someone to do this, they need to create an idea or a thought and then bring it into life, or at least that's how I see it. For instance, lately I've been creating things of my own. This here is this character that I created for a project of my own. A superhero, this one is. This character is named Afterburner. He's a superhero with a very weird, colorful outlook. Kind of reminds you of a Power Ranger with different colors, you know? That actually was the inspiration for that. Although you can't physically take copies of ideas from someone else, you can try to build off the idea. And people have been doing that for so long. So in this case, I did this chance to build and create Afterburner. Now, since I created this character, this is under the instant copyright under my name. Now, it would have to be registered for everyone else to recognize it, but in this case, that's what I would have to do. So there's that example. Another example is a different character I created. This one's a female. Her name is Nova Summers, but also known as Baritone. I would explain more about these characters, but it's just, that's not the point of today. Today's point is the fact that because copyright is so difficult, there's different things you got to think about. For instance, what if multiple people own the same copyright? They gotta split the ideas within themselves. In my case, I myself created these characters, so they're under my domain in that case. But once it's physically recognized under my domain, I can choose what I want to do with it, as well as anyone else who has that permission. For instance, if Hasbro, just as an example, wanted to get rid of Monopoly to a bigger game of people, like a different company, they would have to make a deal, and then Hasbro Gaming would no longer be on here. But they would have to keep the history of it so people know that it wasn't taken, or whatever the deal may be. Doesn't mean this would change and this would change, or at least not right away. But as a result, the game itself would still be an actual part of intellectual property. But with these guys over here, I decide what happens to them. Just like anyone else. I don't even have to use them. As of right now, I'm not technically using them. I want to one day for a later project, but as a result, that's my choice. Until I give it to someone else or do as I wished for someone else. They can also borrow it. People can borrow stuff. Just like in any real life. But in this difference, if someone wanted to use Baritone for a comic like Marvel, and use her to hang out with Batgirl from the DC universe, okay? Let's just say that's a situation. In this case, they would have to ask me for permission for this. We would have to come up with an offer that we'd both agree on and keep up with that offer, and then I would have to agree with it. Once I would, they use it for that little situation. But I also, because it's my piece that I own, I can decide how it's done, since it's still under my intellectual property in this situation. However, if they go against it and try to take and steal my property, as long as I have a master copy or actual proof that I created it, then I can sue for that situation. And many people have done this in the past and such like that. So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy this video. And yeah, I'm just hanging out for the day because stuff's going on and, well, I have to do things of my own. So anyways, thank you. Have a nice day, everyone. Peace.